Hello, this is Sean. I'm with be speaking today on a subject that's near and dear to my heart, which is music, and I'm pretty sure it's near and dear to your heart as well. Let's begin by introducing everyone here. We have Amani and Justin. Justin to your left, Amani to your right. Again, my name is Sean, and the cameraman is Jonathan. All right, so my speech is entitled "You Can Play an Instrument." A musical instrument too, and I'd like you to consider for a moment what is out there that would be included in all your celebrations, all your parties, all the major events in your lives. Well, that would be music. And what would our world be without music? I would just consider that for a moment. Okay, so it's involved in, I guess, in our heritage, in our culture, in everything that we do, in every celebration that we have in our families, at school, at work, at play. It's everywhere around us. And for me, it started when I was just about 6 or 7 years old. I attended the Jamaica Royal Institute of Music, and I left there when I was about 13. I played in my local church at an early age. Frankly, I didn't appreciate it at the time, but later on I got to appreciate this more. Again, at the time I thought soccer was something that was, adored at that time. So today I play the trumpet in church, in a church orchestra, and I play my trumpet in small settings and in charity. So, but by no means am I a virtuoso, and but I can say that I do love music, and I know if I could get you to start playing a musical instrument, you would like and love music too. So, let's go to our main points here. So, everyone knows that listening to music is fun. So I know you've listened, probably hear it on the radio, a jingle on the radio, maybe you've seen it on TV, you've heard or seen musicians at work, and maybe some inspirational piece of music, but it gets to the point where you start thinking back and say, I remember that song when I was a teen, or when you could actually hear the song get stuck in the back of your head and you can't get rid of it. Well, these are the times when you could say to yourself, you know what? I wish I could play that. I wish I could play like that. But guess what? Today we can say you can, and I say this because in my experience, I found that playing a musical instrument is one, fun, two, has many social and health benefits, and is much easier than you think. Okay, so let's start with the fun part. Because our choice of music is so personal, many of us think that our choice of music, everyone should love our choice of music. And again, we look at music with tunnel eyes and say, well, this is particular to us. The idea that music centers around us is not true. Here's a spoiler alert for you. Everyone loves and appreciates music in one form or the other. Yes, grandma loves music too. And the good news is, if you listen to music, you're already well on your way to learning how to play a musical instrument. So, have you ever seen a toddler with those annoying sing-along toys, and they do that body jingle when they hear the music and turn it on? Or grandma humming that mystery tune that never ends? Well, listening to music is not only a lot of fun, but also the first step. It's the first step in how to play a musical instrument. So, if listening to music is the first step, the next logical question is, what's the second step? And the answer to that is, it's formalizing your decision to play a musical instrument. Okay, so we're going to start off by choosing your musical instrument. Now, choosing your musical instrument, learning notes and scales and timing, these are all the boring stuff, and you're probably saying to yourself, that's why I don't play a musical instrument today. Many people have put off learning how to play a musical instrument because they lose sight of one of the most important factors, and that is that love that you have for music. When you listen to it, you lost it because you weren't playing what you loved. Okay, so if we go back to our points where we chose the musical instrument, learning the notes and scales and the timing, and we look at it from the lenses of loving the music, first you pick out that instrument that you most like, the one that you heard in the jingle or reminded you of back in your college days. Or you may say, pick out your favorite song. You know, you play the songs that you love. If you just play songs that somebody else loves, it separates you from that instrument. And thirdly, we find out about the musicians. We already knew the bands that we like to listen to. We like the musicians and so on. But if we take it a step further and learn the notes for the song, maybe the scales involved in that song, then it doesn't become a chore so much as a labor of love. This logically leads us to the next point, which is, if it's a labor of love, we make the rules. So what does that mean? It's a personal journey. And if it's a personal journey, we play the music how we want to play the music. We play it how fast we want to play it. We play the genre that we like. We are the ones that are the captain of our ships as far as learning to play that instrument. So there's just a few tips that I would include in learning to play the musical instrument, and that is one, to get a good music teacher. Now, if you were to learn to play a musical instrument, the teacher should fit in with your demeanor. You should get along very well with this person, and their personality should mesh very well. So once we get that where you have a good relationship with that teacher, then you should get the fundamentals out of the way pretty quickly. Secondly, the next tip I give you is to be consistent in practicing the music that you love to listen. Now, let it be an outlet for you, so you express what's already in your heart. The music that you like, let it be an outlet for you, okay? And thirdly, listen, listen, listen. Open your mind and your heart to different genres of music. Listen to different forms of music. Listen to the young people play. Listen to the old people play. Listen to everybody and take it all in, okay? So here's a riddle for you. What's loads of fun, it's good for you, makes you smarter and more successful? It's music. Is there any truth to this? The New York Times contributor Joan Lippman, she wrote an article, Is Music the Key to Success? Says that music may not make you a genius or rich or even a better person, but it helps train you to think differently, to process different points of view, and most importantly, to take pleasure in listening. So the question raised by Joan Lippman is music some kind of miracle cure? Well, in fact, it is. And there's a study that supports this in the USA Today entitled 20 Surprising Science-Backed Health Benefits, and it's written by Scott Christ. And the study has a group of college students that were monitored when they did listen to music and was riding their stationary bikes. Now, they found that those listening to music worked harder and accomplished more when listening to music. In the same study, they also found that the music, while listening to music in recuperating, those that listen to music actually had a shorter recovery time, which is also amazing. Does it make us better people? In a Harris poll conducted in 2014, 7 out of every 10 Americans attributed the lessons learned in music education to tools that made them better people and better team players. So I would say in conclusion that music has been shown to be easy It's shown to be beneficial to our health and our social condition. And so it leads us to the final conclusion here. Okay, how do I begin? I guess the next step is, how do we begin? Now, how many times have you come home from work stressed, and as soon as you get a break, you sit in front of the TV set or go surfing on some social media site? Well, all it takes is 20 minutes to start playing. It has all the medical stress benefits, it has all the educational benefits, it has social benefits. All it takes is 20 minutes. So now I'm challenging you, I'm asking you to listen more keenly to the music that you already listen to. Listen to the instruments that pique your pique your interest, and go out and find a teacher and play the music that's already in your heart. By playing a musical instrument, there's so many health benefits, social and educational benefits to playing. It's never too late to learn to play a musical instrument, and it's always fun. I'll close with this line from William Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet's first act: "If music be the food of life, play on." Thank you for listening, and have a good night.